Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Mike. It is Tuesday, the 3rd of November. This is your morning setups. So it's finally here. The U.S. election is finally here, and the markets here are gapping up big today. Why are they gapping up big? Hard to say. There's talk that there's belief that if Biden wins the House and the Democrats win the Senate, that a very large stimulus package would quickly come through as there would be no roadblocks to it. So maybe that is why we're running today. Regardless of this, we're up big, and we'll see how we stay this or this is like the last couple of days where we gap and crap. The market right now is very much a futures market, and we're doing a lot of that. From an economic perspective, there's not a lot going on today. All right, we got factory orders of 10, but that's really about it here as we're in the home stretch. No Fed speak, not much going on. So let's jump into it. On the ES, obviously today is all about the election. That's why there's nothing going on. ES, you can see here was your low. We've come off of it. We're pushing up. We got this nice little move. We're taking back this area. And, the ES looks like maybe it wants to run finally. Look at this, all the way back in and above the 8 day here with the room to run now up to the 21 day or even to the 50 day up here to the 3392. This 3300 was a big level and it just took it out and just didn't look back last night. Right? If you're looking for, strength, it's there. What's not so strong is the NQ. The NQ here is struggling to get going this morning. You've seen it's coming off its highs, whereas ES is on it. Crude getting a little bounce here again this morning. Crude up on hopes of an OPEC deal and hopes that Biden will be good for energy. We'll see. I don't know why, but energy is running this morning. Bonds, no yield, no fear, nothing going on here, right? Same thing with gold, not much going on here. And the VIX this morning kind of just doing its thing, but kind of lowering, finally coming out of that range. So we'll see if it wants to drop. From a sentiment perspective, very minor changes overnight. One, that put the call is in the neutral zone, but holding down lower, so we have a good signal there. The oscillators bounced a lot more than I would have thought yesterday. Look at this, all the way to negative 81 on the New York Stock Exchange. That is a neutral reading now. And the NIMOT, which was in the good reading, all the way to negative 113 on horrible action yesterday with Tech Week. So interesting little action that took place here. And our breadth indicator is trying to turn up. We'll see if this holds because breadth turned up, recapture these key levels, right? Now it's got to recapture the 50 days. So you can see here on the New York Stock Exchange, it's got to recapture this area up here, right? Where that red line is. On the NASDAQ, it's got to recapture this same area. So they're turning up, but they got to move. They got to get going. So we'll see how this plays out. Currently today we're trading at 334. So what does that mean for today? Well, we're above that 330. So let's make it easy. Right now 334. Guess what? We're right into the area and just on or above the 8 day moving average. Right? The 8 day will curl and we have this gap. So for today, if we hold here and run, you can fill the gap all the way up. Here's your low. Where's the low? 337.99. So let's call it 338. Look at that. Your 50 day, your 21 day is at 337.54. So you can push, and the SPY and the IWM has been stronger. If we fall down, see if we hum down and we hold the 330 area, the 100 day. If you cannot hold in there, we're just still in this chop zone waiting for things to come, and you can move all the way up and down around here, right? We could waffle around in this whole area. So that's really the area to watch for today. Obviously, you have some decent support right down here around 326.50 as well. So we'll see how this plays out today. What's been stronger is not tech, right? IWM strong led yesterday, filling that gap. So you can look for plays on the IWM this morning. The banks were strong yesterday, strong here again today. Another day of follow through. You see JP Morgan running. Bank of America also been strong. Wells Fargo, Chase, God help us, has been strong in this, right? So the banks are moving. Even Rocket this morning is moving above the 8 day moving average here, pre market room to the 21 day. The 21 day now at 2053. So we'll see if that wants to go out there and grab another buck today. It's possible. How much does it move the ATR on it? Well, the ATR on this thing is pretty low. It's about buck 19 a day, give or take, coming down. But we'll see if this one decides it wants to wake up. All right. So that sector is alive. You have Boeing up again, big. All right. Boeing's moving again this morning. All right, up because of May. It's a stimulus, looking for a stimulus deal. Um, Casinos are strong as well this morning. So we'll see how a lot of this plays out. We'll see how a lot of we do here, a lot of things go, but mostly what's running are not the names that you would expect. Humana had earnings this morning. They looked good, no action. United Healthcare could be another big winner if Biden wins. Keep an eye on that when you see this one's moving up already. Wayfair just reported earnings this morning. They were a blowout quarter. You could see this big move. Why didn't I trade Wayfair pre-market? The bid ask is $4 wide. I'm not comfortable taking anything with a $4 wide bid ask on it on a stock. That's just ludicrous. So I didn't touch that. BHC reported this morning, looked good, reaffirmed guidance, but no volume. So we'll see what they say on the call, which comes up at 8 o'clock in about 20, 30 minutes here. For what it's worth, PayPal last night, great quarter, but user growth is dropping. New accounts are dropping, and that's why they're getting beat up here, and Square's getting beaten up with them. So we'll see how this plays out. Maybe because more competition, or maybe because they've just kind of reached a saturation point in this market. So for me today, guys, nothing really changes. The song kind of remains the same. See what they come after. What do they do? We have the election tonight. Maybe we'll get more clarity as we move forward. If the market's strong, I'm definitely going to focus on the SPXL, potentially for a trade. Rockets on my agenda, or the banks if they continue to hold up. TNA, which is the triple leverage one for the IWM. These are possible trades. For what it's worth, Tesla's strong here pre-market this morning. We're expecting numbers from them sometime in the next couple of days, up into my sell area today. So we'll see if it's strong enough to push through there. From a upgrade downgrade perspective, most of the stuff was minimal. What was most interesting to me here was Monster got upgrades overweight at Morgan Stanley. That was one of the more interesting ones. Other than that, everything was kind of in line with exactly what you'd expect for upgrades and downgrades today, and price target increases. Nothing really stood out as particularly special. Obviously, PayPal got a ton of them, even though it's not going too well here. So with that said, guys, nice and easy again today. We'll see where we go. Hopefully, after today, we have good clarity and we can really just go forward and start putting some money to work. Catch you guys all starting at 9.